Hi everyone, your average low-level game dev here. If you are new to the channel, I am a very small-time game dev using mostly C++ and the SFML library. For this project, I decided to use a binding of SFML for C#. The idea to make this game was to participate in the Pirate Software Game Jam. The themes were Shadow and Alchemy. I didn't quite get to the alchemy part. I'm gonna show them of the game soon, but I won't submit this game since they require a game running in browser. But I just wanted to do something for myself and make a video about it. The game will be similar to a Pokemon fighting game. Here we have it, Full Shadow Alchemist, very original name. This is a demo of the final game. We have, just as I said, the Pokemon style fighter. We have a buff and an attack, block to give yourself some shield, blast to heal yourself. That's pretty much it, and some screens for game over and winning the fight. So here in this new project, the first thing I did was prepare all my assets. We have textures, true type fonts. These are the fonts. So here we have a game class and the most basics of game loops. We have a render window, make it full screen, add the event handler for closing the window, and if we run, I forgot to actually run in the main, so here we have the window. Then I added the clock for delta time. In the game loop has a line of code. Also some functions to handle keyboard and mouse, and here is how you add the event handlers on the window, these functions. Then I created a scene interface class. The game will have a current scene, so you are able to change between scenes like you saw the menu scene and the scene where they fight. I added this property in the game class, and when there's a keyboard input, it relays it to the current scene. Mouse input, same thing, and in the run we update it based on delta time and we draw. So all the operations the game is doing, it relays them to the current scene. Then I created an asset manager class. It has a dictionary with a string for the name and then the texture or the font. We have some functions to load using the SFML functions to get from the dictionary and for the texture and also for the font. I gave the game one asset manager. Then on creation, in the initialize function, I loaded all the necessary assets. So I created the menu scene with a title and a text. Here I initialized them with this font. And then in the program, I create a new menu scene before running the game and set the current scene of the game to the menu. And if you run this now, it renders this. You could see in the demo that the title and text would move around and appear and disappear. So I added that logic, and now I make use of the update function, and the draw function is modified a bit, and here is the how it runs now. I also changed the background color. Then I created some class to handle the logic behind the game. We have abilities you could see in the demo, and the shadow is basically the thing fighting the Pokemons in this case. But I could probably change the textures. I just wanted to get something done quick. The shadow also has some functions to handle taking damage, adding shield, healing, and buffing also a get random ability function. Then I created this fight scene. It has a sprite for the background, loads it in the init function and fits it to the screen, and in the draw loop, in the draw function, it draws the background. So now if we start the game when you are in the main menu, if I press click, it changes the scene and the fight scene only draws this background so far. Next up, I wanted to create some of my own UI elements. We have an HP bar you could see in the demo. It inherits from the SVML drawable. If you inherit from this, you need to implement this draw function. Now this HP bar has, you can see a max HP, current HP, shield, and some rectangle shapes. These are the bars, the shield bar, the max HP bar, the current HP bar. They all have different colors. Constructor, that's there are a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff happening, but it's not too complex. Just a lot of stuff initializing the different HP bars and the display text. And we also have some functions to set the current HP, set the current shield, and to update the boxes. So I declared an HP bar, initializes it, and in the fight scene I drew it. And you can see it getting displayed now. Also UI element for the ability bar. Also very extensive constructor, but nothing too complicated. Just initialize some rectangle shapes. Basically, yeah, just draws the abilities. The rectangles for the abilities, and a function that checks if on a mouse click it is inside of one of the ability rectangles. Then I created some player manager and enemy manager classes, so they can take some of the workload. So initialize. And other functions that are needed for the game logic. Here was the player manager class, and in the enemy manager it's kind of similar, especially these functions about abilities, initializing. And now the rest of the code. I gave the fight scene an instance of a player manager and enemy manager. In the initialized I prepared everything, the abilities, the player manager, enemy manager, and key presses I forward them to the player manager. Here I handle a mouse click, and if an ability was pressed, here with the check for click function, I use abilities and create a new thread for the enemy to use the ability after 1.5 seconds. I run this on a thread so the rendering of the screen doesn't freeze. And also I created some fight 1 scene. It's nothing too much, nothing too crazy, just some text. And basically the same thing for the fight last. And update basically also forwards to player manager and enemy manager draw. Almost same thing. And now the game is the same as it was in the demo at the beginning of the video. I can use a buff to buff my attacks. I don't think I used quite the right position for that text. Just 1 second. Okay, it was a very small bug. And now it works just like I showed in the demo at the beginning. So that's about it. If you want to see other tutorials, you can let me know. I'm gonna finish this fight so you can see a game over screen. If you watched this far, thank you very much. Maybe it wasn't so easy to follow this tutorial because it wasn't step by step. I wanted to keep it kind of short so it stays interesting. Maybe at times I uh, jumped a lot of steps and just showed too much code, too much new code at once. But let me know if you enjoyed or if you wanted something different for the video, and let me know also let me know in the comments if you want to learn for a different thing. This game is very much not complete, but I wanted to post it because I also learned something new, and it was the first time I created some UI elements. Uh, as I said, this was a personal project on the theme of Pirates of the Game Jam Shadows and Alchemy. So far, the Pokemons are supposed to be the shadows, but I didn't implement the alchemy part quite yet. I wanted to the alchemy to make the shadow have different abilities and stuff. Um, Maybe I'll sometime get to that, but I think it's gonna be quite time consuming. Especially this small thing took me like 3 days, honestly. Uh, that's about it. Thank you for watching.